Let's talk properties of logarithms. These are your three main properties of logarithms. So multiplication expands to addition, division expands to subtraction, and powers actually can go out in front. They're kind of funky. So let's practice this right here. So this division expands, subtraction into subtraction, like that. Now, one key right here, they're called expanding because you're taking one logarithm and expanding it to more than one logarithm. So don't change it to that. That's wrong. You're expanding it to more than one logarithm like that. Okay, for this one, I'm actually going to do something a little tricky first. You might remember from the properties of exponents from a while ago that if I have something like that, I can change it into a fractional exponent or a rational exponent. The inside number becomes the numerator and the outside number becomes the denominator. So I'm going to do that here. The inside number is a 1 because there isn't one. This is all to the first power. The outside number is a 3. And now that I have that written as a power, I can take it out in front. So I've got 1/3 ln of x squared plus 1. Now this cannot expand. And here's why. We do not have anything to expand addition into more things. We have something that expands multiplication, but if it's already addition, you can't expand it. So that one is done. Now we're going to condense. So we're going to use those rules backwards. Take more than one logarithm, condense them into a single logarithm. So the first thing I'm going to do, take any numbers in front, make them into powers, opposite. So ln of x to the negative 3 plus ln of y to the 5th. Next, I have two ln's with an addition between them. So I can condense that to one ln, that is multiplication. Last but not least, I don't want negative exponents, so I'm going to flip that x upside down. So the y to the 5th stays up, the x cubed goes down so that it's positive. Those properties of exponents that we talked about last lesson. Next one, first step, take all those numbers in front. Put them up. So I have ln of x to the 1/2 plus ln of x plus 1. And then I can either leave that minus, just take the 3. If I take the whole minus 3 up, then I change this to a plus. But you'll find in a minute it's actually easier just to take the number and leave the sign. And I'll show you why. So I'm first going to take these. This is two ln's with addition. So I can change that to multiplication. Multiply those two together. And then I have two ln's with subtraction. That uses this second rule. I can turn that subtraction into division. So I have x to the 1/2 times x plus 1 all over y cubed. Let me check my answer key. Yep. It's condensed to one logarithm. We're good. Now let's use those things we had just learned to solve equations. I want to solve both of these for x. So for this one, start with minus 6. Y minus 6 equals e to the 2x minus 5. Now, I want to get rid of that e. Well, we just learned up here, if I take ln of something, the e cancels out, it goes away. So I'm going to take the ln of all that. So then the ln and the e cancel. But what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So now I'm going to take the ln of that side. So I have ln of y minus 6 equals 2x minus 5. Keep solving. So I'm going to add 5. Be careful that you do not write this like that. That's wrong. That add 5 goes to the outside of the parentheses, not inside. And then last step, divide the whole thing by 2. So I'm going to get that x equals ln of y minus 6 plus 5, all divided by 2. There we go. Okay, last one for this video. First, let's condense these logarithms into one logarithm. It's subtraction, so I'm going to condense them to division. Now, I want to get rid of this log base 2. So let's go back to what we had learned here. If I have 10 to the log base 10, they cancel out. So I'm going to do 2 to the log base 2 of x over x minus 8 equals, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So 2 to the cubed. So the left-hand side goes into this exponent. The right-hand side goes into that exponent. Now the 2 and the log base 2 cancel. I have x over x minus 8 equals, well, I know 2 cubed is 8. So let's multiply both sides by x minus 8. So I get that out of the denominator. Distribute my 8. So I got 8x minus 64. Now combine my x's. Let's go up here. So I got negative 7x equals negative 64. Make sure I'm doing this so far so good. Divide by negative 7. So I get x equals 64 sevenths. And you're done. In the last video for this lesson, we'll talk about change of base, and then we're finished.